Hey everybody, this is Heather Clark with Running Totally Free. You can find me at my Facebook page, Running Totally Free in High Heels. Well, everyone, I have a confession to make. I have been a very bad girl. And I really have no excuses for myself. I'd like to make the excuse that that time of the month has come around and perhaps the moon has been full, and the next time that happens, I shouldn't be allowed anywhere near my cash envelopes. But really, I just need to fess up and admit that my bad habits are hard to break and that I treated my cash envelopes as though they were credit cards. And so I will tell you the story behind all these excuses for what I have to tell you I did. All right, so as you know, I began a Tuesday night Bible study at my house, and probably as most women want to do when they invite other people into their house, they want to make it look pretty, and the things that they think are ugly, they want to change, such as that lamp right there. That is a very, very old lamp, probably from the 1970s, that came out of my parents' house, and it's an ugly pitted brass lamp. But what is even more offensive to me is the very, and I hope I'm not offending anybody who has the lamp and shade in this shape, but it just feels very not modern to me now. And so I wanted to change the shape into a different shade into a different shape. I can't speak today. So I went over to Target this morning and I found a lampshade that I liked. And here is the said lampshade. And I'm trying to do a lot of gray accents, darker colors in my house. As you can tell back there, I've got some light wood. The original owners have kind of like a, I don't know, I guess a greenish color, khaki green. And there's really just, it's not my favorite color, but there's nothing I can do about it right now because we certainly don't have cash to repaint the house. So I'm trying to work around it, work with it, be flexible, and use some colors that I think complement it. So I'm going with some darker grays and that light wood. And so I went with this more modern looking dark gray, which has kind of a cloth look to it. Well, totally out of form for myself even, which is even more shocking really. I actually paid full price for this thing, which I never do. So that even tells you more how out of my mind I am. I think it's hormones. So I've just paid, I decided to allow 2 envelopes to copulate. No, I just was really stupid because I wanted what I wanted. And I decided to borrow from Toiletries and Household because I saw the word household. And I said, well, it says household on it. And then I saw the envelope called miscellaneous. And I said, well, it's, a miscellaneous need. And I said, well, surely those 2 have enough DNA that's related to my household need. And sure, I could put them together and justify that. And I can just owe them, and because neither of them really had enough even together at this point, because we're going to pay back into them next Tuesday to even cover it. So I was going to borrow even more from myself, my blow money. And I was like, hey, and that'll be fine. I'll pay these guys and myself back later. What does that sound like to you? That sounds an awful lot to me like using a credit card and paying back the creditor later. Duh! There comes old Heather raising her little head saying, don't you want your lamp? Oh, Heather, look at the pretty lamp. Doesn't it look great, Heather? Don't you want your Target lamp? I tell you, I think they shoot drugs through the vents of Target. There's a reason why I stopped going to Target for a little while, because I knew the place was like a drug for me, and I can't handle Target. I can't handle it, guys. it is just too much temptation for me. See what happens when I go in that place? I turn into a sick woman and I make bad choices. So I might have to stop going there, even if I do get good protein bars and really like their decaf Archer Farms coffee. It's got to stop, ladies. The craziness has got to stop. So I went home and I had to make a confession to my husband because I needed to have clean hands and a pure heart. And I decided to sit down our children with us because I felt like it was a good life lesson to them on many levels. That one being, the children needed to see that mommy and daddy are not perfect. They needed to see a husband and wife confessing to each other when they've done wrong by each other. And they needed to see that mommy, who's constantly chastising them for their wrong deeds, that she too makes bad choices and has to come clean when she does something wrong. And she needed to, you know, hear the truth spoken in love back to her for her wrongdoing by someone who would treat her with wisdom and love, but spoken in with the truth. Did I say that already? But speak the truth in love, as the Bible says we should do it. And my husband really did. He's a good guy. He really is. And he was like, you know what, Heather? He said, and I could tell, as much as, you know, normally my husband would be like, Heather, you love it. You know, don't worry about it. We'll figure out a way. But he's like, you know what? The goal is here is that we really are trying to change our ways. And, you know, we want to change our habits. And I may not be using all his words correctly, but he said, you know, you made a good point that you saw you're wrong and you felt convicted. So I think you should fully, you know, go along with your conviction and you should complete the task, not just go through with your confession, but you should bring it back. And he said, kind of the way I see it is, because we don't have it in our budget right now, to have an envelope that says household decorations, then we have to use the luxury items that we own and use those, sell those to pay for luxury items that we want. And that brings us to the next objects. If you are a visual learner, you will love my vlog today, because I have many visual pieces to learn from. So where are they? One of the things that I will be selling today on Craigslist is this lovely mirror that has been sitting on the floor in my room. I occasionally use it to check my form when I exercise, but I don't really need it, and it's not really my style anymore. At one time, when actually in the year of Noah's birth, 2003, it was worth $200, believe it or not, at the Bombay Company. It's extremely heavy. It's got beautiful glass in it, but it is no longer my style. So I'm going to put this up on Craigslist, and if anybody watching this would like to have it, I was thinking somewhere between $30 and $40. I may be really way off on that, so correct me if I am. So that would pay for the lampshade. So I'm putting that up for sale. Also, believe it or not, I have an iPad. I forget what version it is. It's a 32 gigabyte iPad that somebody had given to us. And I forget the whole story behind this, but quite honestly now, I'm really not using it enough to justify owning it, especially when I see things that we need now for this house. So I'm going to sell this. And honestly, I know there's a lot of stuff that's been stolen and that's being sold on eBay and Craigslist. And obviously this is not stolen. This is just a mama who's trying to sell something in order to get other things for her home. So I'm hoping word on mouth, just even talking about it here, I'm gonna, you know, talk to my husband about how to do this appropriately, but I'm gonna sell this, you know, maybe amongst my friends, you know, maybe there's a child who's a student right now who could use this for school. Maybe that's the way to go about selling this, but I'm gonna sell this. because there's no point in it gathering dust, and it is useful, especially as an educational tool. And my kids have a computer, you know, our computer, and this is just not what they need. This is not the method they need. So this is getting sold. Okay, next thing. I'm gonna put together a vlog about this because I have talked about this briefly on Facebook before. This is a great company through the internet that you can use. It's a consignment store on the web called ThredUp, and they send you a bag and you fill it up with your clothes, and they list your clothes online and they pay you through PayPal or through your bank account, and you can make money. And I've done this for a couple of years now, so I'm going to be making money this way as well. Although this might be just to continue to fill up our clothing account. We'll see. Either way, another way to make money. So those are some things that just right off the top of my head I said, that could make me some money. Okay. So the thing is God in His graciousness has still been blessing us. You know that I've been just really blessed with our dumpster diving. You know, it's filling different needs. Just as kind of an update, we use the Sunlight curriculum for homeschooling, and their information, their curriculum that you have to follow each day that tells you what to do is a mega thing. And I didn't really have a binder that's big enough for it, so I have it broken up into 2 binders. Well, at Staples, and they were throwing away in their trash one of these mega binders. So that was such a blessing to us that I don't have to pay for this thing, because you know these are so expensive. Of all places, Dress Barn, I don't even know why I went into their dumpster, but I did. I got 2 containers of these beautiful Christmas ornaments. It's June. I really don't know why they're getting rid of these, but I love these. These colors make me happy, so they're going up into the attic. And if they don't bless me, they'll bless maybe a Christmas tree at church or somewhere else, somebody who needs them. And once again, I got a fantastic candle at Bath and Body Works. So that's still going strong, people. And like I said, I'm keeping my eye out for Operation Christmas Child items, and am finding things, and I'm putting them away. So that's my confession. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl, but I'm gonna set my ways straight. I confess to my family, to my husband. This baby is going back into the bags, getting returned. I probably will try it on the lamp just to see if it would have fit, so that when I make my money, I'll know if I should go back and purchase this particular one. And hopefully by then, I will have smartened up and I will wait for the stupid sale. And, or maybe I'll find one at a garage sale. Who knows? So that was about it. I wanted to confess to you, I am not a perfect lady. And for all of those who think I'm also perfect in regards to how I eat and perfect with all my exercising, I thought I would finish up this vlog by eating a Milky Way bar in front of you. Unfortunately, this one is smushed, so it's gonna get ugly here, people. But if you really wanna watch me eat some candy, I do this every day. Not only just 1, but sometimes 3. So there you go. I don't even eat perfectly either. I fooled you on that too, right? Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening to my confession. Nobody's perfect here, guys. We're all working hard to change our ways and to just keep failing forward. I love y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.